From the rudimentary hand cannons and the often unreliable matchlocks that defined early firearms, we now step into an era where a single, ingenious mechanism would dominate battlefields and secure empires for over 2 centuries. This is the age of the flintlock, a revolutionary design that brought unprecedented reliability and speed to the hands of soldiers, transforming warfare across the globe. The matchlock, while a significant advancement, suffered from critical flaws. Its exposed slow-burning match cord was vulnerable to wind and rain, making it unreliable in adverse weather conditions and dangerous in close proximity to gunpowder. Furthermore, the constant need to keep the match lit made stealth and surprise attacks nearly impossible, often betraying a soldier's position. Necessity, as ever, was the mother of invention, leading to various improvements like the snap-ons and micklet mechanisms in the late 16th and early 17th centuries, primarily developed in the Netherlands and Spain. These precursors replaced the burning match with a flint and steel system, offering better weather resistance but still requiring a separate pan cover to be manually opened before firing. The true innovation, however, is largely credited to Marin Le Bourgeois, a gunsmith to King Louis XIII of France, who perfected the integrated flintlock mechanism around 1610 to 1615. His design ingeniously combined the pan cover and the steel into a single, hinged frizzen, allowing for a more compact, robust, and significantly faster firing sequence. The flintlock's elegance lay in its simplicity and efficiency. Pulling the trigger released a spring-loaded cock holding a sharpened flint. The flint struck the frizzen, which simultaneously scraped sparks into the flash pan and flipped open its cover, allowing the sparks to ignite the priming powder and, in turn, the main charge in the barrel. This integrated design provided a decisive advantage, unparalleled speed and reliability. Soldiers could now load and fire with fewer steps, and crucially, their weapons were ready in any weather, free from the cumbersome and vulnerable matchcord. This single innovation removed a major tactical limitation that had plagued firearm users for over a century. The French military quickly recognized the flintlock's potential, standardizing its use under the reign of Louis XIV. Marshals like Turenne oversaw the gradual equipping of their infantry and cavalry with flintlock muskets and pistols throughout the mid-17th century, solidifying France's position as a dominant military power in Europe. Across the Channel, England's path to flintlock adoption was also significant, particularly during the tumultuous English Civil War, 1642 to 1651, though matchlocks remained prevalent. By the late 17th century, with the establishment of a standing army under William III, the British military embraced the flintlock wholeheartedly, laying the groundwork for its future global dominance. Other European powers soon followed suit. Gustavus Adolphus of Sweden, known for his military innovations, incorporated early flintlock designs into his army during the 30 Years' War, though matchlocks remained primary. The Dutch, with their advanced manufacturing, were also quick to adopt and refine flintlock designs for their burgeoning navy and colonial forces. Perhaps the most iconic flintlock musket was the British Brown Bess, officially the land pattern musket, which served as the primary infantry weapon for over 150 years, from the early 18th century through the Napoleonic Wars. Its robust design and effective range of approximately 50 to 70 yards made it a fearsome and reliable tool of empire. Flintlock pistols, too, became ubiquitous, serving as vital secondary weapons for cavalry, officers, and even sailors engaged in boarding actions. Their compact size allowed for easier handling in tight spaces, offering a crucial close-quarters advantage, albeit with limited accuracy beyond a few yards. The widespread adoption of flintlock firearms profoundly influenced colonial expansion from the 17th to the 19th centuries. European powers, armed with these reliable weapons, gained a significant military edge over indigenous populations, facilitating the establishment and defense of vast overseas territories. In the Americas, flintlock muskets were instrumental in conflicts ranging from early colonial skirmishes to the French and Indian War, 1754 to 1763, and the American Revolution, 1775 to 1783. European muskets, like the Charleville for the French and the Brown Bess for the British, became symbols of military might and played crucial roles in shaping the continent's destiny. The introduction of flintlock firearms to Africa, often through trade for slaves and resources, dramatically reshaped local power dynamics. Kingdoms that acquired these weapons, such as the Ashanti Empire in West Africa, gained significant advantages over their neighbors, leading to larger, more centralized states and increased conflict. In Asia, the British and Dutch East India Companies leveraged their superior flintlock armaments to assert dominance, challenging established empires like the Mughals and Marathas in India, and influencing trade routes across the continent. Battles like Plassey in 1757 exemplified the decisive impact of disciplined flintlock fire against numerically superior, but less equipped, forces. Naval warfare was fundamentally transformed by the flintlock. As ships of the line grew in size and firepower, flintlock muskets and pistols became standard issue for Marines and sailors, essential for repelling boarders and clearing enemy decks. The reliability of the flintlock meant accurate small arms fire could be maintained even amidst the spray and chaos of sea battles. Boarding actions, the ultimate close-quarters naval engagement, relied heavily on flintlock pistols. Officers and seasoned sailors, armed with multiple pistols and cutlasses, would storm enemy vessels, using their firearms to clear the upper decks before engaging in hand-to-hand combat. The swift reloading of pistols, even if only for a single shot, was often critical. The flintlock's reliability allowed for the development of highly disciplined, professional armies. Drills focused on rapid reloading and synchronized volley fire, transforming individual marksmen into a cohesive, deadly firing line. This emphasis on collective action over individual skill defined military tactics for generations. Linear tactics, characterized by dense formations and massed firepower, became the dominant strategy. Infantry regiments would advance in lines, delivering devastating volleys at short ranges, overwhelming enemies through sheer volume of fire rather than pinpoint accuracy. The killing zone was typically within 100 yards, where concentrated musket balls could wreak havoc. The scale of flintlock armies demanded unprecedented logistical support and manufacturing capabilities. National arsenals, like the Tower of London or the French-manufactured Armes de Saint-Étienne, became vital industrial hubs, mass-producing muskets, bayonets, and ammunition to equip hundreds of thousands of soldiers. Maintaining these weapons in the field was a constant challenge for soldiers. Regular cleaning was essential to prevent fouling from black powder residue, and flints needed frequent sharpening or replacement to ensure reliable ignition. A soldier's life was intertwined with the maintenance of his musket, often his only lifeline. The Duke of Marlborough's campaigns during the War of the Spanish Succession, 1701 to 1714, showcased the formidable power of flintlock-equipped armies. At the Battle of Blenheim in 1704, his Anglo-Austrian forces used disciplined musket volleys to break the French and Bavarian lines, securing a decisive victory that profoundly shifted the balance of power in Europe. Decades later, Frederick the Great of Prussia further refined linear tactics, achieving astonishing victories with his highly disciplined flintlock infantry. Battles like Rossbach and Leuthen in 1757, during the Seven Years' War, demonstrated the devastating effect of rapid-fire volleys and swift maneuvers, solidifying Prussia's reputation for military excellence. The American Revolution became a proving ground for both colonial militias and professional armies using flintlock weapons. From the opening shots at Lexington and Concord in 1775 to the decisive siege of Yorktown in 1781, the flintlock musket was the principal tool of combat, shaping the identity of a new nation and challenging old-world empires. The late 18th and early 19th centuries saw the flintlock musket become the bedrock of the massive armies of the French Revolution and the Napoleonic Wars. The French Gribeauval system, standardizing components for easier repair and production, further cemented the flintlock's role in industrial-scale warfare, deploying hundreds of thousands of soldiers across Europe. Despite its dominance, the flintlock mechanism saw relatively little fundamental innovation for over 150 years. Its basic design remained largely unchanged, a testament to its effectiveness but also a reflection of the slow pace of technological advancement in firearms during this long period. Yet, the flintlock was not without its limitations. Its accuracy was often poor beyond 100 yards, hampered by the smoothbore barrel and the ball's imprecise fit. Reloading, while faster than matchlocks, still took 15 to 20 seconds for a trained soldier, and misfires due to damp powder or worn flints remained a persistent frustration. Beyond the battlefield, the flintlock permeated civilian life, becoming a symbol of status, power, and personal defense. Flintlock pistols were famously used in duels to settle matters of honor, while rifles, though less common than muskets, provided greater accuracy for hunting and specialized military roles, especially in North America. The Flintlock's reign, however, was destined to end. The early 19th century saw the emergence of a truly revolutionary ignition system, the percussion cap. This innovation would finally address the Flintlock's inherent reliability issues, paving the way for faster, more weatherproof, and ultimately more deadly firearms. The flintlock mechanism dominated warfare for centuries, shaping the destiny of nations and enabling global empires. From the precise drills of professional armies to the chaotic broadsides of naval battles, it was the reliable spark that ignited a new age of conflict. But as the 19th century dawned, a new era of industrial killing machines was on the horizon, promising unprecedented speed and lethality that would redefine the very nature of combat.